What's up, Jane? I'm going fishing today. It's been one of them weeks. If you know what I mean. I just, I need to chill. Oh, come on. Getting all tangled up. Get a worm on here. Ow. I'm going to try to catch the Loch Ness Monster today. It's been a very long time since I went fishing, too. I was surprised to see that fishing licenses are like $25 now. And it's really a crappy area to fish. Not a big lake. It's huge. Big man-made and, you know, big lake. And we got all these rocks sitting here. So I'm gonna catch whatever it'll let me catch. I don't know, we'll see what the bobber tells me, huh? There's walleye out here. There's perch. There's bass. I guess the bass are biting right now. Am I gonna keep anything I catch? No, I'll just catch and release. Worms. A night crawler that was fighting me getting on the hook. Didn't want to go on for some reason. I don't know why. Something's playing with it. So this is half of the lake. It's very large. Like I said, this is the northern half. No, sorry, the southern half of the lake. I forget how big it is. but she ain't tiny. Not for an inland lake. She's pretty big. This is Mosquito Lake. Right. I got mosquitoes flying all around me. Go figure. What's up, Rusty? I am fishing for sea trout, sea bass, electric eels. To name a few. Gotta check the bait. And apparently seaweed. I hear Lake Erie's. I hear inland lakes are freshwater lakes are great places to catch sea bass. That's what I'm told. So I thought I'd come out and give it a shot. See what all the hype's about. No, I caught a tangle. I had a tangle. Let's see how well that one works. Okay. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed? Holy crap. Yeah, that sucks, man. Charlie Kirk is good. I I don't get political in my channel, but that's you know where I'm heading with it, Rusty. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to read on that. Right? No, he would. I mean, great debater, and people didn't like what he had to say because whatever, people are brainwashed. Okay, but he would listen to what you had to say and take it into consideration to what he was going to say next. If you taught him or changed his view on something, he would tell you, "You changed my view." Did they catch the guy that did it? So what? Somebody get him with a long range? Wow, that's a big fish out there. That's upsetting. I wish I had a phone on me so I could see it. Wow, that sucks. And even if you don't like the guy, you still don't want to see someone get taken out just because they have a political point of view. You know what I mean? Unreal. Unreal. Right. A God-fearing man too. A lot of what he talked about was biblical. Well, you guys are moderators, so if somebody comes in here with a bunch of crap. It's one thing to talk about what happened, as in facts and stuff like that. But nobody deserves that. Right. Right? I hear the Loch Ness Monster's in here too. Freshwater lakes are full of sea bass. Didn't you know that? Well, I guess I gotta fix that. There you go, Gene. Problem is, we get close to shore, we start dragging through seaweed. See if I get a little further out. I'm left-handed. Oh, that didn't go very far. Right through that seaweed. Yeah, I know. It's pretty choppy on the other side of the causeway. Yeah, I got one on it. I also got a spinner on it, so do a little bit of both. Yeah, so the bait store is closing up this Saturday for the year. So they're out of everything. They had 2 containers of night crawlers left. No minnows, no nothing. Hard to tell if I'm in the seaweed or not. Yeah, they didn't even have wax worms. I guess the worm's still on there. Yeah, what's up, Elko? So has anyone heard how Randy's doing today? No, no luck at all. I suck at fishing, to be honest with you. Problem is, I'm hearing the fish are all down around 30 feet right now. Yeah, I talked to him last night. Oh, so they did. So he got accepted into the rehab. That's cool. That's cool they accepted him. Because I was talking to them last night and they were hoping they were going to do that. He is, actually. So this is what's going on. He, so Monday I noticed he was acting funny. We found out that he had a stroke sometime prior. We're thinking Saturday. And we started noticing some funny things. But his right carotid artery is clogged 100%. So they'll do nothing about that. The left one's got blockage, but they think they can get in there and do the whole, the rotary trick. Uh, it affected the right temporal lobe, but it looks like it affected about a third of the right side of the brain. But looking at him, and if you guys didn't know him, you would never thought he'd went through that. His strength is good. He can hold his arms up, like, and they just stay. No droopage, no speech problems, no vision problems. I couldn't hear to begin with, so that doesn't really matter. Um, I have noticed a few memory things, but nothing drastic. Like having trouble setting contacts in his phones. Not bad. I'm sure we're gonna find more as time comes. The I have noticed that his time is a little weird. Like it'd be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He thinks it's 6. He knows what day it is or about what day it is. He's retired, so days don't matter to him no more. Um, I know he's got a. They sent him home yesterday. They're gonna let everything go, taken care of outpatient. I mean, this is a guy that was on no medications at all. No, no. Um, he was about as emotional as a brick to begin with. He's still joking. My parents have been married 50 years this year, and they've been together since they were in 8th grade. So they know each other. He just looked at me when the doctor said, he had a stroke. He just looked at me and he's like, "You gotta tell your mom." Alright, well, at least you're funny about it. The only thing he took on a daily basis was vitamin D. That was it. He had no medications, no nothing. He's been very healthy. Huh. That was on there. So I think the fish are too small in this area for the setup I have. I just grabbed a pole off one of the Amish guys' boats and said, "Here, let me have a pole. Let me fish while you guys are out there." There's one of them boats out yonder over there. Somewhere on one of them boats over there. Or they're up against the weeds over there. I'm not real sure. Yes, I'm on the clock. I'm like you, I'm on break. I'll go back to work for 10 minutes and go on another break. That's the seaweed I'm dealing with. Real, it's from the grass over there. So what you been up to today, Rusty? So what time did they shoot old Charlie? See, I'm hitting seaweed again. So hard to tell what's going on when you, one thing you're doing is jerking seaweed out of the ground. Let's try something a little different. Yeah, I wish. I ain't got none on me. I only got some clear in the truck. What's up, Fisher? Speaking of Fisher, thanks for hitting that button, dude. I wish, WD 40 does work. I remember using that as a kid. We're fishing for sharks today. I hear there's a great white out here. Couple freshwater crocodiles. You know what I mean? God, if I knew there was some in my truck, I'd walk up there and go look at it. I mean, it's just right behind me. Fisher, Rusty said they shot Charlie Kirk today. Yeah, well, if I catch a shark out here, we're calling ODNR. I sold a couple of shirts today, guys. That was kind of cool. Sold two of the ones I got on. Got the little thing there and the one on the back. All right. Hold on. Short sleeve button up. That on the front pocket. Same on the front pocket's what's on the back. I don't know if you can see that. One like a guy don't need to be standing on the edge. Or I can make it into a t-shirt. Or if you got a shirt that you want it on, send it to me. I'll put the decal on. Fisher, if you sent me a shirt that you just wanted a decal on, I'd do it for free. For you. These Button-up shirts, I'm doing like you're like 25. T-shirt I do for 15. And that seaweed again. All right, you got a pen? Oh, better yet, it's easy. Shoot me an email at greasespotgarage at gmail. I just need your sizes and information. You know, I can do pocket tee. I can do. I'm probably sure your wife would just want like a regular tee. But if you wanted a pocket, I'd get you a pocket. Ah, I threw that right in the seaweed pile. Floating right on the water. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Chris, the problem with Daryl and his shirts, I want to say they were a nice shirt, but he wasn't happy with what it cost or something like. I can't remember exactly what the issue was, or maybe he ordered a bunch. I don't know. But tell you what, send me your information on my email, and I'll talk to Daryl. I'll see if I can get him to get you one. He may not even have any right now, and that could be a very large part of it. I know I wanted one, but he didn't have it. Oh, it was. You know what, Jane? You're right. It was cost. They were very high, if I remember correctly. Right. Yeah, because God, I want to say one of his shirts like they're like $35 or something like that. They were like ridiculous. And he got stuck with like a bunch of them, like $500 worth of shirts. I heard. And he don't want to sell them to people at that price, not at all. I think I was able to get it to where I want to say I make like $7 on a shirt. Yeah, no, Jane, they were. How much do you think a hat cost me? I had to bring them Pandora to get a hat. An expensive hat. Speaking of, man, I gotta wash that hat. See if you guys can see this. Hold on. Right above my head. You see the smoke? See that smoke out there? Right up, right about there. That area. It's like a house fire. Somebody's having a bad day. Somebody better check on Vic. I know that was awful to say. It's pretty dark and that's pretty far away. I'm pretty sure it's a house fire. It's a couple miles to the dam on the other side of the lake. That's past out past that. That was a sea turtle. Just worms. Bait store's closing up in a couple of days, so they got everything they sold everything out and they haven't restocked nothing. That's the first time I've been fishing in a couple of years. Wind's starting to come across the lake. You can see it changing out there. Ain't nobody out here caught nothing. Seaweed now. So I was in a cool building today. Place was built in the 20s. Looks like a great half mile worm. Anyway, building was built in the 20s. And it was a tire and wheel manufacturer. It was only open for a couple years. Some research I did on the building. But so it was open for a couple years, closed up. By 22, they had closed up. After that, they were making Pullman coach cars. So you go in there, and all the old tracks were still in the building, laid down through the center of the building. Um, a lot of cool old lifting equipment in there, stuff you can tell they've been used in forever. What else do they have in there? Oh yeah, Lux Air cushions used to be in there. They were in there from like 44 on up through just recently. But they were changing all the windows out in it, and it was a cool building. It was in Newton Falls, Ohio. Look up Don Wright Wheels or Pullman Coaches, Newton Falls, Ohio, or Warren, Ohio. I initially thought it might have been part of the Packard stuff because they were doing a lot of Packard work out here. Because the National Packard Museum is actually, you get the Packard Museum in Dayton, and then you got the National Packard Museum in Warren. The one in Dayton's got uh, the Jensen Roadster, which is just cool. Don Wright, like Rite, Donrite Wheels, or Rubber Company. But if you look up Pullman Coaches, Newton Falls, Ohio, it'll pull up the same building. But up on the corner and the tops of, like all the way around the top of the building, on all the corners and the uprights, it was like, it looked like an old Model A wooden wheel on it, cast into the concrete. It was just really neat. 3 stories. The floors are all made out of 2x12s, all hand hewed, but instead of being flat, they're turned up on end. So the floors are a foot thick. Or you can look up 2410 South Center Street, Newton Falls, Ohio. And you look up for the history of that building, and it'll tell you. I mean, the main office, the wrought iron railings and everything else in the office, just cool. No, they don't, whatever, Rusty. Hey, man, I got your text earlier saying you were talking a lot of shit. No, they're not doing anything now. They're turning it into an event center, from what I hear. That's why we're taking out all the old, steel frame windows and stuff like that, and putting vinyl stuff in. Oh man, another thing. One of the other crews is out working on um, oh Verjao, basketball player. They used to call him the Wild Thing. But he was playing for the Cavs. Yeah, Andrew Anderson or Andrew Verjao working on his place. So I hear they got to meet him today. Luxair Cushion pops up. Yeah, that's the building. Yeah, that sat there just hung up on seaweed. Guy's got a badass beetle. So the other crew I work that we work with, they're redoing his basement. So yeah, we got a project going on at his place now. Which, man, that's cool. You know. That's like my mom's favorite basketball player. She is not happy that she's not there. And of course, she wants, me to get this and get that and everything else. And I'm not bugging a guy like that. I got about a 3 foot tall pile of seaweed down here. Uh, he retired. I don't think he plays anymore. I think he's retired. But yeah, that's the guy they called Wild Thing. Guys, I'm about ready to give up. I can see it dragging seaweed. Yes, he's a Browns fan. But when the Cavs are on, my mom is known to break furniture. Just start throwing her arms around, breaking lights. Nothing's safe by her. we got we got stories of her. This poor woman. She gets so into it, she'll flail her arms around. And if you're within shot, you're getting hit. She actually smacked one of my cousin's kids one time. Right. We're gonna have to take her wrench away. If I get hung up on seaweed again, I'm wrapping it up. Okay. That big old smokestack still out there smoking away. It's getting dark quick. hung up on Seawood again. Guys, I'm wrapping this up. I'm done. I would rather watch. I used to really enjoy college games, but even those, I think once they started paying them guys for the nil, um, I think it took it away, took something away from college games. If you know what I mean. Start bringing money into it. Them guys are all just about their name and their money. NASCAR. I stopped watching NASCAR. I stopped watching just about any kind of motorsports because the problem with motorsports is it's it's just a way for rich people to have fun. Unless you come from money, you don't have the money to race. None of them guys, they got more money in the cars than they win at the races, but it's all the sponsorship things. It's all corporate. So you got to be a name. You got to be a rich boy, rich girl, whatever, in order to make it. You got to have major financial backing when you're a kid. Not only comes from rich parents. Drag racing's even become the same way. You don't you don't really see many people that climb the ranks in drag racing anymore that don't have a family history already in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, you cannot afford to race. Like it got to the point where I stopped even going to the local drag strip just because, well, the local drag strip was bought out, and the company that bought it, they're into semi truck racing. So unless you're into semi truck racing, they don't really run it. They don't even do Saturday night racing no more. They do Wednesday night, Grudge night. That's it. Right? Yeah, you're a professional, okay? You're not there. You're not making money. Chill out. Don't ruin the guy's stuff. That you have that the parents have got to work an extra job just so their kids can afford to do something like that or have that opportunity. One more cast, y'all. Yeah, that's not cool. I can't wait till I get to that point. People ask me for my autograph, I'm gonna throw a fit. Probably throw a fit because it was only one person and nobody else knew who I was. Guys, I'm gonna end this up. I'm gonna end this live. Getting a little sore standing here. Jay, next time you see me, ask me for my autograph, and you'll see it. I mean, you might as well. You already are a stalker. You see my wife, she's a midget. Yeah, how you gonna lay a smackdown on me when you gotta jump 6 feet in the air to do that? That's a good question. Were you gonna get a stool and smack me? You get upset, jump up, yell at me, and start biting my ankles? Ankle. Ah. Just kick the right kneecap. You'll be like me. Shall we walk? You guys can see me try to. I'll show you the other side here in a second. I gotta go up the stairs. That bank, that side you can see all the way to the dam is, actually, you see it to the tree line there, it hooks and goes over to the left back that way. I am, right now I'm approximately halfway. I'm about in the center of the lake. Alright, Jan, take care. I'm sure I'll see you on one of the Daryl's premiere coming up here shortly. I'm gonna pack up and get going. Alright, see you in a bit.